it's flu, it's the seasonal. About this time every year, I get the funk. It's allergies combined with, because Florida does not have normal seasons, and we pollinate a lot. And I think it's the palm trees are pollinating now is probably what it is. They really fuck with my sinuses. But on top of that, I've been sleeping in the car with the windows down, and it's been rainy and very damp. So I've got a combination of humidity and pollen and mosquito bites and uh, weather exposure. And your girl just got sick. And I'll get over it. I always do. And if it doesn't go into bronchitis, I'm fine. So, as long as I avoid the bronchitis, we're good. Bronchitis is when we get worried. He tickles. He's walking between my legs, and his little furry ears tickle. Somebody sent me a message telling me to make hot, warm, salty water to gargle. Only I read gargle as gaggle. So then I had to giggle. And that's what I typed back to her. And then I realized that I sounded like Dr. Seuss. Oh dear. Hey, Dev Daddy. Yeah, going through the whole spectrum of. Oh, that reminds me, I haven't taken my oil of oregano or anything today. I took the methylene blue and the sambuco, but I forgot this part. Oh, the loss of Dolly Parton is, if I allow myself to start crying, I really will get stuffed up then, so I'm trying very hard not to. Because, yeah. Mm. We have drunk both Gatorades, so I've just been refilling the bottle with water now. Let me take my. I think I'm about done taking the Tylenol. Uh-huh. Who's the someone and what tea were they spilling? And do I really know them? Oh, you muted Brandy before I could find out what the heck that was all about. Yeah, okay. We all know it's really, really sad about Dolly. Too many of us are crying over it, and I'm trying not to because I've already got all the funk going on. And if I start crying, the funk is just going to get 10 times worse. So we're trying really hard not to. So we're going to talk about anything else. I will deal with Dolly's death another day when I'm not sick. I can't handle it today. It's too much. Yeah. That was a gift that you can put your own song to. And TikTok was not thinking clearly when they created this, thinking, oh, people will put cute, popular songs to it. No, they're using AI to make nasty songs to bully, insult, and harass content creators, even people like Howie Mandel. Poor Howie was getting absolutely bombarded with these stupid songs to the point that he ended his live multiple times. He's multiple days I've seen him have to end his live because they've created one that's so loud that he feels like he can't talk over it. And they put it for like 50 plays. So, thank you, David. I do too. Howie Mandel is one of my favorite people. Yeah, so um, it's my least favorite of the gifts. Yes, they are giving me money, and I'm supposed to be grateful to be insulted to get $2. I think that's what that one. Well, now I don't know what it was because somebody sent two others. Okay, for everything that I've gotten so far, it's $2.18. So that thing is like 99 cents. But yeah, it's ridiculous, and they will put in for like play this piece of music 10 times over. So you can block the person, but it's going to keep playing 10 times over until it's done. So we're stuck with it. And some of them are really raunchy. And we can't report it because it's a gift. It's not a comment that we can report. They're getting away with things. Oh, I appreciate getting money, yes, but I do not appreciate harassment. And that's what that is. It's couched in a gift, but it's a slap in the face harassment. So it's not something you should be grateful for. TikTok needs to get rid of that one. But they're playing it because what it sounds like is not what it really means. That's why they're playing it. And they're getting away with it because it's in French. Exactly, Dev Daddy. Do something appropriate. No, I do not have another account. I used to be Poetica Rose. They got that account banned last year. I cannot get it back. I need to have somebody who has connections with TikTok who can go to the headquarters of TikTok in New York City to actually get my account unbanned. And I don't have those connections. Thank you, Monica. Mm, exactly. It sounds nasty in English. That's the problem. It may be something about a seal, but um, saying please don't mention Dolly is mentioning Dolly. Ah! Am I going to have to start singing songs from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas? Yeah, exactly. Um, exactly. And some of them they don't even couch it in French. They did one in German that in German sounds perfectly fine, but I'm pretty sure it was not. Look up on YouTube Frank Zappa, Joe's Garage, and the song is first sung in German, then it translates to English. And it sounds just absolutely and we're sitting on the beach and we're bouncing and we're dancing, and Arnold and his friend are laughing because they know what it's going to switch to in English. I'd never heard it before. It went to English. My eyes boing out of my head. My jaw dropped. I stopped dancing in my seat and looked at the two guys and said, "You're terrible." This is why Frank Zappa was never played on the radio. None of his music was safe for general public consumption. Well, Joe's Garage it deals with the themes of um, I can't even say what themes it deals with because I would get restricted for it. Let's just say no, no. You just need to go listen to it on YouTube. I think you have to prove you're over 18 to even listen to it. Oh yeah, Joe's apartment is nothing like Joe's garage. Just take my word for it. It's I went to try and find my thing of the bone broth. Cannot find it. I've looked through the car. I've looked through every bag. I cannot find it. But I did find my big yellow cup, which I also was looking for. Somehow it got underneath the 8 pack of bubbly soda, the seltzer water, not bubbly, better goods from Walmart. So my big yellow cup was kind of smooshed, not cracked, not broken, just wore heat and heavy weight sitting on it. So I've brought it inside. I stuck a round cup inside of it to hopefully reform it back into its original round glory. I don't know if it'll hold. Oh, that's cute. That's cute too. Um, Dinner was my last video. I had breakfast for dinner, but it was a healthy breakfast for dinner. I did breakfast sausage, patties, um, cubed potato, cooked, hash brown style, first in my little mini cooker. And I cooked it nice and long so it got a little crispy on the outside and just beautiful. I poured that out. I put in the spinach, let it start to wilt, and then I put the eggs in on top of that with a little bit of chèvre cheese, herbed chèvre cheese, and put the lid on and just let it cook. And that was my dinner. Everything I needed. 2 types of protein, spinach, and potatoes for my starch. It took so long for the video to upload. I was done eating by the time it actually, I was done eating a good 5 minutes before it finished uploading. A coffee clutch? Yes. Never knew what that meant. I know what a coffee clutch is. Anyway, my mom had, totally off the subject, my mom had a neighbor when we first moved up to Richmond. I can't remember the woman's name. She was so adorable. I loved her. And she had all these amazing little purses that were shaped like other things, like a teapot and a saddle, and they were all beautifully decorated and opened up like a travel case, but they were in small, like this big, instead of a travel case, which is much bigger. And she and her husband owned a restaurant in Goochland called the Fox Bridge House or something like that. And it was in this beautiful old, like 1800s home that had been gorgeously restored. And it only had like 7 dining tables. So it was very intimate. You had to make reservations ages in advance to go there. And the fellow who'd taken over, who'd bought it from them, was running it lovingly the way they had. And I think he'd been their chef to start with. And so she got reservations and took us there. And I remember it was one of the best meals I'd ever had in my life. Oh my God, it was so good. I'm not normally a lamb chop fan. I like leg of lamb. But he made lamb chops perfectly rare, perfectly seasoned, so tender, so juicy. Oh my God, were they good. I've never had them that good since or before. I dream of that. Yeah, lamb has to be rare for me. If it's not rare, it's overcooked. And he did them beautifully. Mom would always do the leg of lamb rare. And then when we cut it off the bone, we'd slice some for sandwiches, which was heaven. And the rest we would dice up and make curry. And you'd put that lamb in the last thing so that even in the curry, it wasn't overcooked. It was still tender and delicious. Gotta have mint jelly, exactly, with leg of lamb or lamb chops. I don't like the mint sauce, it's too bitter. The mint jelly is the best. Gemini, I think you got caught into a mute slash block party where they were trying to get rid of somebody else, and too many cooks spoil the pot kind of thing. We occasionally accidentally mute somebody, and I apologize. We were having I actually had to end the live and come back a little later. It was that bad. So, thank you. And yes, I really do sound kind of like I'm talking on a different register tonight. I'm not super congested. I mean, one side is clogged, but that's normal for me. Can breathe on that side. Totally stopped up on that side. But it's also pollen. This is Florida. We pollen year round practically. Nothing's going down the back of my throat. That's the thing. It is just head. No, this is the ongoing. I don't ever just get sick and get over it. I get sick and I deal with the aftermath, little hoo-has for days, and then I'm over it. Unless it goes to bronchitis, and if it goes to bronchitis, then all bets are off. And I'm fighting very hard not to go to bronchitis. So I'm taking my oil of oregano and the methylene blue and all the things that are supposed to help prevent it from going downhill. Yep, boom boom stick. It's a nasal stick. I know it looks like it says mood mood. Boom boom backwards is mood mood. But this thing, it's menthol with a flavoring scent. In this case, tropical, and you put it right at the base of the nose, and you breathe, and breathe in, of course, and you need the mood stick. Yeah, I do too. Um, well, vitamin D you get from just going out in the sun for 15 minutes a day. That's all you need. Now, who the hell would come in with a address in Shore Acres? or possibly the edge of Snell Isle. No, that's Shore Acres. What the frack? I'm sorry. Did anybody report that one? Not just mute it, but report it? Because that's doxing again. I don't know who they think they're doxing, but that's doxing. Hey, Anna Grace. They are disgusting. They're disgusting too. Yes, yes, they are. Thank you, Matt. I love when we typo, whether it's talk to text doing it or ourselves. That's the thing. I have no clue because I don't know anybody that I'm friends with on here who would live in the Shore Acres area. I'm sure the Vix one is good. I really like the Boom Boom. This was first. Vix went, oh crap, we got to catch up. But this was first. This was on Shark Tank. Doxing is when they reveal your full name, your phone number, your address, bank information, anything that is personal information. I don't care if you have accidentally given it out in the past. It's still doxing when you come in and release it to a room full of strangers because you don't know who in that room of strangers. Vicks Vapor Rub has been around for years, but I've never seen a nasal spray from Vicks until these came out, and then all of a sudden I started hearing people talking about Vicks. Anyway, yeah, we're not talking about the great one because we'll all start crying, and I don't need to be crying today. Malicious intent, exactly. When you do it yourself, it accidentally and quickly remove it, which is what happened. Um, I thought I was putting up one picture and it was a different one, and I had my phone number on it. And I instantly said, no, no, not that one, and took it down, but they screenshot it. And yeah. I don't know why I should shut down. That was nobody's address that I can think of. I don't know who they're connecting that one to. See, that's all the way out onto the island. Um, not the landbound side of Shore Acres. So it's not where the one friend who comes in here frequently used to live. She does not. She's moved completely out of county. Um, and she's the only person I know that used to live in that area. Um, my friend who died back in 2003 did not live on Bay Street, and his address was not in the 48s, it was 37. So, no. And that's the only people I know with that address area. There is somebody who is actively going against me, making posts and stuff, and talking like she knows me personally. I have no freaking clue who the hell she is. Somebody has sent me 3 or 4 of her videos. I've blocked her since then, and I have no freaking clue who this woman is. Wears her hair up in a bun, has glasses, and looks to be a little bit AI modified. Blonde, yeah. No clue. Absolutely no clue. So she's talking out of her behind for 90% of it, and I have no clue who she is. She's made multiple, and I tell you, they're ridiculous, off the wall. She's one of the ones who's making accusations that just, I don't know where she's pulling this from. I mean, literally, she's pulling it out of thin air or her behind. I'm not sure which. Yeah, yeah. Court transcripts, I think, is what she goes by. And I don't know her. I'm like, who the fuck are you? So, I'm not related to him, but I do have a 6 degrees of separation um, sort of relationship. I was very good friends with a writer who worked with Stephen King on his graphic novels. So literally, it's 2 degrees of separation, actually. But I love the 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon storyline. Um, um, my friend Joe had a stroke in the early 2000s, and he was in the hospital in Florida here, but I think over in Jacksonville. And he was in rehab at that point, but not out of the woods, not able to go home. And home for him is up in like Long Island, I think it was. And Stephen King has his own plane. So he came down here and started visiting him every day in the hospital and reading to him and talking with him. And as Joe healed, started playing games with him, chess. And when they cleared him for release to go home, there was a hurricane coming in. And the commercial flights wouldn't fly him home. So Stephen flew him home in his private plane so he'd get home before the hurricane. So he wanted to be settled in his house before the hurricane. And I remember Joe telling me that at the first convention I saw him out about 5 years later. And I was like, you've lived the most amazing life, Joe. And he's like, I've had an interesting one, that's for sure. But I think is it the Dark Tower storyline that Stephen King did that was made into graphic novels? Um, Joe did the text. He inked the text for it, whereas the artist, did the. You have one artist who does the drawing, you have one artist who does the coloration, and then you have the writer. Um, and he translated Stephen King's books into the graphic novel form. So he is an extremely nice man. So, by all accounts, I have not had the pleasure to meet him. Um, he's got a very interesting mind. I tell you, the one I worry about the mind of is Dean Koontz, because Stephen King's books, right? Dean Koontz books, I want to go take a shower after I finish reading them because I feel like I've got to wash something off. It leaves me that creeped out. I love Dean Koontz. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love his books, but I want to go and scrub because I feel like I've been tainted or something. Oh, that's so cool, Maria. See, the degrees of separation, right? The 6 degrees of separation. Um, that is really cool. I have never been to Maine. The furthest north I have been is upstate New York, and that's Rochester, upstate, not the peak of upstate. Anyway, um, so exactly when it sticks with you, they did their job. That's exactly right. Um, I most of the time cannot stand when a book is made into a movie because they never get it right. Um, and Dean Koontz is a prime example of that because they took one of his books and it just there were a few similarities, but oh, and uh, what is her name? Andre Norton. Andre Norton wrote a book series called Beastmaster, and it was a galactic war where Earth wins but loses because the aliens destroy the planet Earth. And the Beastmasters are like Sioux or Lakota or something like that. They're Amaran. They call them Amaran tribes, and they have a special relationship with animals. They can literally mind link and talk with their animals, and they form teams, and these teams help to win the war, help to uh, infiltrate the camps or stations or whatever of these aliens. And so after the war ends, the Beastmaster is given rights to like 500 acres of land on this other planet that's similar enough to Earth that he should be able to farm and live his life out there. And his biological father already lives there. And he doesn't know the man. They've never been friends, but they meet and they form a bond. But he has his team of animals with him. That's the story, and it's really interesting. And there's still little pockets of these bad creatures or whatever. And some of them are on that planet and they've got to fight them. And it's a wonderful storyline. Andre Norton has an amazing mind. The movie Beastmaster had a guy who had a trained team of animals, and that was as closely related to the books as you got. That was it, because it was ancient times, and he wore a loincloth, and he fought like an Aztec type god or something, and to release somebody from a temple, and it had absolutely nothing to do with the book or the storyline at all, except for the fact that it was a native type man who could talk to animals, who had a large cat, 2 meerkats, and a hawk as his team, and a horse that he rode. That was it. That was the only part of her story that they kept for the movies. Just completely bastardized her books. And it pissed me off to no end. Did I like the movie? Yeah. It was more closer related to Conan the Barbarian than Beastmaster the book. But okay, it was still entertaining. But it was not what I went to see when I went to the movie theater. So it was just so far apart. No, not an actress I wanted to be, but never got to be. I took special effects makeup classes. Got to do that for Universal for Halloween Horror Nights in 93. And worked theater a bit. Got to work on a movie set for an independent film in Richmond called Vampires in Virginia. They finally aired it at the theater in downtown Richmond, in the Shaka Bottom area. No, not Shaka Bottom, the Carytown area. The Bird. The Bird is the theater. Played it one time. But I don't think it's ever going to get released onto video or anything. Nope. No stage name. When I got divorced from Richard, I planned to come back here and completely change my name. I didn't go back to being Ross because, well, for one thing, my brother was paying for the divorce and he didn't pay for the name change. So they didn't put in for the name change. I was a little disappointed. So I didn't go back to Ross. That annoyed me. But they said they didn't want me to change it in Virginia because they wanted me to change it when I left Virginia and change it completely so he couldn't find me. Only I don't have the money. And I wanted to do it with the inheritance, but COVID lasted too long and the inheritance was gone by the end of COVID because I used it to survive for a year. Pay all the bills and buy the food and whatever. I just moved into the house. I had to buy a new, that's something I forgot. I had to buy a new bed because I was not sleeping in that crusty, crispy, hard, lumpy mattress that was left behind from the people who used to live there. 2 beds went out the door when I moved in. There was one in the spare room, the bonus room, that was even more hard, lumpy, crispy, bumpy. And nobody had lived there for over a year. So all I could think is what kind of critters have been festering in these. Yeah. I steam cleaned the couch and the chair. The second recliner chair I put out on the curb and said, if you're willing to clean it, it's yours. Um, it was a little smaller anyway, wasn't comfortable for me. And there was one of those glider rocker chairs that I didn't like, but I kept because it was a good seat for people who came over, and I got new cushions for it. But I wanted to buy new furniture, and I just never got to, other than the bed. I'm in a hotel right now. Oh, I can't stand lumpy, bumpy beds. I am the princess and the pea. Honestly, my mom used to say it all the time. You are the princess and the pea. Because if there was one lump in the bed, I would just absolutely raise a whole, um, just, I'd go through the roof. And mom would completely change the sheets. And sure enough, something would have been stuck in the sheet. And um, they'd have to flip the mattress or whatever. Back then, you could flip the mattress. Nowadays, you can't. Yep, Princess Rose, exactly. My mom used to tease me about that all the time, though, because I really was the princess and the pea. And you know what? That probably was early signs of fibromyalgia, and I just didn't know it. Okay, hold on. No shoving pillow off the bed. He walks over and he headbutts my pillow and knocks it off the bed. He's standing there going, I could just see his little doggy. If he could do it, he would be like this. That's how he's looking at me right now. Yeah, okay. I saw that yawn and stretch. There you go. He's discovered his throne. He was giving me the side eye. He was not looking directly. He was doing the I see you. I'm giving you that side eye right back. Oh, he's too funny. I had to move my car today because it was too far down and I really wanted to dig through and try and find what I was looking for. I also am going to go through my bags and rearrange and throw out some stuff and just get better organized. And so I carried a lot in. I have my uh, the bin that I bought for using for a foot bath. I have it in here with the Epsom salts. Have I used it yet today? No, but I did get it out of the car this afternoon. Um, so that's progress. Uh, oh, he does that too. But he has discovered on the other side of the bed from me, two pillows are standing up and one pillow laid down, and he made himself a little nest right in that pocket. So he's got his front end on the pillow, his back end's like nestled against the other pillows, so he's not touching the wall, and it's very comfy. He says it's his own little throne. He says so. He's nestled in and very happy. That's where he slept all night last night, with occasional movement down to snuggle next to me, and then he'd move back to his throne. So, yeah, he's found his favorite place to be ensconced. So, I need to buy one of those giant bags that you use the vacuum to suck the air out after you've stuffed it with bedding or pillows or whatever. Because I want to put those pink pillows in that and get the air out so that they're not taking up as much room. Anna Grace, no, I'm sorry. First off, I'm not looking very much. So I've missed a whole bunch. How do I control my fibromyalgia? I just pray a lot. I'm also trying to ignore a few snide people who are asking questions that I'm not going to answer. Yep. Ask the question 3 times. Bean Baby, no, I didn't see your message either. Am I a writer? I wanted to do that too. Okay, Anna Grace, I have not seen a message from you in not since way back in the beginning. Oh, Dean Koontz was Bon Bon, that's really cool, in Mechanicsburg, PA. I've not read Kay Hooper's books, Lisa. I don't know if you're still here. I have read Patricia Cornwell. Babs, Coco, Anna Grace. Maine is beautiful. That is the only one I've seen from you. Um, that was Tina who said about the dogs turning circles. Vacuum seal, yeah. Yeah, he does that too. Posted 3 times. Wait, what posted 3 times? 4 times now. It's not posting, Anna Grace. Whatever you said did not post. How I'm doing? I'm doing fine. Oh, and now I ah. Yeah, we see the little have you seen and I've done that comments, but not the actual question that you asked. So frustrating. Um, Anna Grace, ask me in a text message and it will pop down and I'll read it real quick. Kelsa Breeze. If she sends it as a text message, it will definitely get to me. Just like Grammy Tafor can send it to me on Facebook Messenger. If she's not getting through to me here. That doesn't change it. The emoji doesn't It's still, if there's a word in there that is going to get filtered, it'll filter it. Herb. Leslie, I saw a TikTok shop post earlier today, and I cannot remember what the name of the product is, but it's supposed to help greatly with fibromyalgia. It replaces Tylenol and ibuprofen for pain and aches, but it works really well for people with fibromyalgia. I do not remember what the NAC. Yes, I do. NAC was the initials of the product. So maybe go in TikTok shop and look up NAC and see if that try that and see if it helps you. Oh no, Kim, I'm so sorry. Um, I'm okay. I am tired, but it's mostly because I've slept too much. You know how you reach the point that you're sleeping off being sick, that you reach the point you've overslept. I liked the whole pasta thing until you said ketchup. I can't put ketchup on pasta. I would do pesto. Um, Kim, I am so sorry. It's less flu, more throat. Just I had the whole lower end just boom yesterday, and today I felt like Jeremiah the bullfrog all day. So that's a little better, but yeah, I just instead of ketchup, I would have used the pesto. Yeah. I was diagnosed in 95 with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, osteo, and rheumatoid arthritis. And you have something that's like lupus, but it's not lupus, but you're testing positive on one test and negative on the other. So we don't have a name for it yet, but there you go. Thank you very much. How do I not have a team of specialists? Because my team of specialists all retired while I was in Virginia. And when I moved back, I got the doctor I'm going to now, and with the insurance I have, I only get to see a specialist if she recommends it. So, but she takes really good care of me, and um, no, that's me playing with my tube of boom boom nasal stick. I keep going on the table. Sorry. It's a nervous habit. I have nervous habits. I miss the the rheumatologist I went to, who specialized in fibromyalgia. And he had his own therapy clinic with a heated pool for pool therapy. After the fall in the sinkhole, he was the one who got me all the uh, therapy that I needed. And they did heat stimulation treatments on my back and legs. And I mean, he did it all. He was amazing. And sadly, he retired while I was in Virginia. So I came back, and he's no longer there, and his office got divided up, and it's very sad. I don't know much about Epstein-Barr. I just know that it's really miserable. Kim, I feel for you. I just sound like a bullfrog. And I keep croakily singing Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. Definitely. I do hope you feel better soon. It is no fun to be sick. Pardonnez-moi. 1 hour and 4 minutes. It started out with the flu on Saturday. Yep. And Kim sounds like she's going into bronchitis or pneumonia because she's not doing very well either. Yeah. Except for that one vigorous half hour that I was trying to get something out of my car. I'm finally going to get the puzzle piece. A little late, but whatever. Oh, no. Try that again. My hand jiggled just as I let go. There we go. It didn't match up the first time because it jiggled. I still have not found the package of the bone broth. I'm praying no pneumonia too, but if they're doing a chest X-ray, they want to rule out pneumonia, and they'll be able to tell. If it's bronchitis, they treat it one way. If it's pneumonia, they treat it another. That's why they do the X-ray. Um, no. I don't need to see the doctor every single time I sneeze or whatever. It just, I don't understand having to go to the doctor for a malady that you can get over by taking Tylenol and staying in bed and gargling salt water, and because it ain't, it's not, an antibiotic isn't going to make it go away quicker. And the more times you take antibiotics, the less they are likely to work in your body. Yeah, and allergies will have a lot to do with it. Sleeping in my car has a lot to do with it. Breathing night air constantly, which I don't ever do, and I've been doing a lot of lately. So, yeah, exactly. A virus has to run its course, and it was very definitely a flu. So, Tylenol brought the fever right down. Oil of oregano fights the virus better than any antibiotic can. And methylene blue, which oxygenates your bloodstream, just helps all of it work better. Yeah, the humidity makes me stuffy too. Oh, please, TikToker, we are not going to talk about Dolly because if I start crying, it's going to be very bad. I'm going to deal with that grief in a couple of days when I'm not sick. Because if I start crying now while I am like this, it will make things worse. Continue to feel better. I have the room until Thursday morning, so we are going to take advantage. I am going to go through these bags and try and pare down what I'm putting back into the car every time. Um, I was going to go to Walmart and get some more veggies, and then I said, why? I can do just fine with the spinach. I don't have to have the carrots and the other things. Um, I need to I need to conserve not just money, but space and waste because if I can't eat it all before Thursday, um, it'll go to waste. And I'm doing the best that I can. So yeah, and I'm going to pare this down so that what I put back into the car will be less bulky. The ice packs are in the freezer at my friend's house, and I got sick, so I have not been back to her house to get the ice packs to put in my cooler. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping I feel better by then. I do not need to be sleeping in the car if I'm still like this. I may have to be, but you know, the better I get, uh, the better off I'll be. So we are working on it. We're taking it easy. I had Gatorade. It's now water with just a little bit of the blue left. I put the water in while there was like this much of the blue left. But this is a lot easier to drink from than a gallon jug of water. So, and I've cleaned my travel mug and cleaned the straw, and it's all sitting out on the counter drying. So, that probably was not helping me either, drinking through a moldy filled straw. Ugh. Well, I bet that was delicious. I haven't had quiche in forever. Again, it's one of those things that I have to improvise, improvise, improvise. So it's not traditional quiche when I make it, but you know, one thing can't make it with heavy cream. I have found a mixture of goat milk and um, goat yogurt gives it a richer flavor than just plain goat milk. Um, it's still not the rich buttery consistency that heavy cream gives it, but you know, I can get goat butter if I go to Whole Foods or um, the health food store on Central and Pasadena. Earth Origins, that's the name of it. Yeah, I had the flu and sinuses, allergies. So I'm just dealing. Yes and no. The hard part was yesterday when I was having the lower end of, flu starts up here and goes down there, and you yeah. Anyway, TMI. I'm in the bathroom feeling miserable, and he kept coming in and trying to stand on me and get me to play with him, and I'm like, I don't feel good, go away. he would go and bring his ball to me, and I'd be like, fine, I'll throw the ball, and I toss it out the door, because the angle of everything, I have to toss it around the door basically. And he keeps coming back with it, and I'm like, I just want to get this over with. I was miserable yesterday. Today, I just took it easy. We did get a thunderstorm in the middle of the day, but it wasn't a big one. It lasted like 45 minutes. So that wasn't as bad. And my car is now closer, so I can put things back into it tomorrow as I get it reorganized. So come Thursday, it won't be so bad. I finished off my eggs, so I don't have eggs for tomorrow. So I'm probably going to go up and eat breakfast if I can get up early enough, um, up front. It's a mini fridge, so I can't take Zofran, sadly. No, I can't do Nutella because it has cow's milk in it. A little bit, sunshine, a little bit. How are you doing, beach girl? Oof. Wow, all of a sudden my eyes just want to close. I forgot to turn off that one light in the bathroom. It's a little too in my face. You too, and I sure hope that I am on the mend and stay going that direction. That side's working. I managed to get a little more of the menthol. It was not quite as stuffy. And right after I do it, then I'm going to blow. Flu and just too much weather exposure. No, not crying. I'm trying to avoid crying like the plague right now because that will make all of this worse. I did eat. And then I went to sit down here to get ready to go online, and all of a sudden I went, uh oh, danger, Will Robinson, danger, and I ran for the bathroom. So, in one end, out the other. This thing is charging very slowly, but we need to plug the phone in because it's down to 44%. Okay. I hope I get better quickly too. Thank you. And I'm not the only one. I mean, about 6 of the regulars in here have all been fighting with something for the past couple of weeks. Mine hit me like a ton of bricks on Saturday. I was fine. I was fine. I was fine. Oh, crap, I'm cold. Why am I cold? I'm shivering. I'm shivering. Oh, duh. You're coming down with something. That is literally how it went on Saturday. It was hot, but not as hot today, which was a relief. Uh, the thing that really had me worried is like the day before, I'd seen a post from a local physician that I follow, she's a pediatrician, emergency peds, but she gives good information for everybody. And in this particular information was there are outbreaks of dengue fever from mosquito bites. 6 reported cases here in Pinellas County. I do too. She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. So I'm like freaking out because mosquito bite. Um, there's one right there. There's one right there. There's a couple there. There's a couple on the back of my leg. I've got some serious mosquito bites going on. I've been sleeping in my car. There's no way to prevent the mosquitoes from getting into me because the windows are open at night, because otherwise I can't breathe in the car. And yeah, I really was worried that it was dengue fever for about an hour there. It just like the brain went into overdrive and a little hypochondria kicked in. And yeah. What the hell? Anyhow. Damn it, Janet! Janet's here. Anyhow. Heimdall's fine. I'm fighting the flu and whatever after percussions that it's left me with, and mesh screen would help keep them out. Yes, and I've got a mesh screen. It works on the front windows on my car. It does not work on the back ones. It's not designed for the stupid door handles on my car. Oh, that's awesome, Bama Gal. Most of my life has been in Florida, not all of it. Yeah, what really was a big clue was when I walked outside and I could feel that I was being hit in the face with the heat, but I couldn't feel the heat. I was still shivering. I knew something was up. Yeah, he got the heartworm meds with the flea meds, so he's protected. And he did not have heartworms. They did test him. I don't like dryer sheets either. But anyway, I can get the unscented dryer sheets, but I don't think the unscented ones will work on them. So it's six one way, half dozen the other. I do not know because I've never had a dog with heartworms. I just know that if they get them, it's worms that fill up the heart, and it makes them very, very lethargic. It makes it hard for their heart to work. They have to give them high doses of a slightly toxic medication to kill the heartworms, and you have to keep them in a enclosed space, keep them quiet for a month while the worms are flushed out of their system. Otherwise, they can die from them. So, yeah, it's really bad. I don't use dryer sheets at all. I use wool balls. Only I can't find my wool balls. They're somewhere in storage. No, heartworms come from mosquitoes. Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? Do you have exploration feet? Are you like Cat from Red Dwarf? Ow! I don't make myself big. Sorry. Yeah, but mothballs would be toxic to humans and animals too. So mothballs are not a good um, cure. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blocking you from hopping up. Come on. You want to come up? Here's room. You can come up. He says, nope, he laid down. He says, I'm thinking about it. He's not giving me side eye. It's look up eye. Somehow there's more sass in this one than there is in this one. So, nope. He's not sure what he wants to do. You coming up? Come on. Up, up, up. Let's go. There we go. Hi. Oh, I know. I know. Mm-hmm. I love you too. Fuzz face. Fuzz face. Fuzz face. With your silly mustache. And your bushy, bushy eyebrows. Bushy, bushy. He is adorable. I love my little boy. Yes, I do. Oh, okay. Can we settle? Oh, there we go. He's leaning back though. You're so silly. You are so silly. Not the eyeballs. Not the eye. Oh, there we go. Back of the ear. No, not a new harness. I do need to get him a new one because this one's a little small on him. I mean, it's not too small, it's just a little small. Oh, good luck with the surgery. The only packing you've done is for the service dog. That's cute. You know, I took a shower, so there's no salt on me. Thank you. Yes, Heimdall is a son of Odin, and he is the guardian of the Rainbow Bridge. And if you watch the Thor movie, he's the character played by Idris Elba, big man with the sword, who opens the Rainbow Bridge, the Bifrost, which allows them to travel between worlds, like Earth and Asgard. Yes, I'm still sick. Can't you tell from this lovely Jeremiah Bullfrog voice? Actually, I'm not as bad as I have been worse in the past. It's trying to be laryngitic, but it's not. So I'm. That's awesome. I'm so glad she gets to be with you. I did sound worse last night. I sounded worse this morning, and it's gotten a little better as the day's gone by. Uh huh. Thank you. He's evidently very comfortable right now. You have no idea, Julie, how glad I am to be in a room. There is a very, very wonderful person who made this happen before I even got sick. She got me the first 2 days, and she said the bank wasn't letting her do the full amount that she wanted to send me, and so she said the rest will show up Sunday, and it did. So I got 3 more days. So I had Saturday night and Sunday night on the first, plus the deposit, and they just rolled the deposit over. And then I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights with the second amount that she sent me. And both times it was not quite enough to go one more day, but enough for me to put gas in the car and have some grocery money. So I've not put gas in the car yet because I still have a little less than half a tank, but I'm going to do that at Murphy's if it hasn't skyrocketed this week, which it loves to do during the week. And they don't quote for a month here. This is they'll allow you 14 days if you stay consecutively. Now, if you break it up, you can stay 10 and 10 and 10 and whatever, which is what I've been doing. I've been breaking it up. Um, I want to go back to the extended stay, but it was more expensive. They charged $25 a day for him. And I found out from the manager here that's illegal for them to do. They can only charge you the pet fee for 3 days in each month. So when I go back, we're going to have a little conversation about that, because that's ridiculously expensive, especially considering he does not make a mess. Um, anyhow, and the other extended stay that I tried to stay at, they wanted $150 between room deposit and pet deposit every time you renewed. And that's ridiculous too. He is emotional support, but they don't give you the discount like they do if he was service. So yeah, too many people have taken advantage, and they no longer will accept emotional support. And I do not have the paperwork for him to be a service dog, meaning I don't have the harness with the he hasn't had the training, and I am not going to say he's had the training because he is not as disciplined and calm. He's very reactionary. Honestly, even if he had been trained, the minute he got terrified from that guy with the bicycle and the knife, and he became reactionary to anything with wheels, he would have lost his service status. As far as, you don't have to prove it. Yeah, it was McDonald's. The guy was standing in the doorway he was homeless, which, okay, so am I. But I'm not standing around threatening people with a knife and yelling and screaming and whatever. This guy was in an employee's face, waving a knife, bouncing this bicycle aggressively, and the employee was, back at him. And so it was an extremely aggressive alpha male kind of confrontation. And Heimdall, who likes to think he's an alpha, but is really an omega, climbed me like a tree and howled in terror. And I called 911. And so did one of the managers and another customer. So they were out there as quick as they could get, but it wasn't quick enough. The guy had taken off. And Heimdall has been ruined ever since. He absolutely freaks out when he sees bicycles. And this afternoon, I carried in this thing that I got that's a cleaning tool that I had to do a review for, and I still haven't posted the review, but I've got it leaning against the wall. He's not seen it before, and he stood at the end of the bed and barked at it for a good 5 minutes. And I was like, it's not going to attack you. He didn't take that for, God's honest truth. So it looks like a broom, but it's made for cleaning the shower because it's all silicone. He's got PTSD from it. But now it's anything with wheels. It's not just bicycles. He absolutely freaked out over a woman walking into the bathroom the other day with a rolling walker, a rollator, and those wheels are like this big, and they were bicyclish related in his brain, and he freaked out. And then, as we're walking out of the bathroom, this was in Publix, there was somebody standing there with two floor squeegees for cleaning the other bathroom that was flooded, which is why I didn't use the private one person only bathroom, because the floor was flooded. And with him, I was not going to deal with that. And he was holding him in the air, and I opened the door, and he was standing like 5 feet away from me, and Heimdall absolutely lost his mind. And I'm trying to tell the guy, put them on the ground so he'll stop screaming. And the manager said, out. And I'm like, I'm sorry. He thinks he's being aggressive. He's terrified and protecting me at the same time. But yeah, he made a scene, and so we had to leave. And that was the day that I went out to the beach to try to do a sunset video, live, so that we could relax and just enjoy a peaceful scene. And some damn fool idiot decided that was the time to call a wellness check on me and had the police show up. Right, Heimdall. Right, Heimdall. Yeah. I know. It was stupid. It was very obnoxious and stupid. And somebody had the nerve to think that I did it to myself. Why? Why would I do that? Yeah. For one thing, I have one phone, not two. I'd been out there for a good 35, 40 minutes when they showed up. So, yeah. Anyhow, it is mean. Yes and no, Marla. The flu part is gone. The shivers are gone. Thank God the lower end flu part is gone. But now I sound like Jeremiah was the bullfrog. So the underlying allergies are still there, let's put it that way. Exactly, I sound nasally. Thank you. I agree. It was done with negative intentions. Oh, we're playing with the treat ball. You do realize it's already dispensed stuff. And you didn't eat the two things it dispensed. He'll get them later, he says. Yeah, my ear is fine. Thank you. Are we having fun yet? There you go. You see, you dropped a piece over here. You don't care. You dropped a piece right there. You still don't care. Now he got it. And you pushed it all the way under the bed, you dork. Can you get it? You want mommy to get it. 1 second, everybody. Okay, I'll get it. Whoa. Mommy tilt. There you go. Voila. I got it. I got it. I got it. I ain't got it. No, I did get it. He absolutely loves that treat ball. He will not eat from a food dish anymore. He only will eat from the silly treat ball. Because it's fun. He has to work for his food. It is good enrichment. He works for his food, and he's more interested in eating this way. He's figured out how to pick it up and carry it. He figures out how to flip it and roll it. Mama KK, I have done that so many times when going into somebody else's live. Someone asked me tonight to join their live with like 6 other people in the boxes. And I was like, I'm so sorry, no. I won't do that because I'm not going to subject you to the people who've been bullying. Because the minute I join your live, they will come in and start telling you what a horrible person I am. And that's the last thing you need. And they're like, oh, we will shut them down. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work that way, sadly. So, I only have a couple of people I'll join their live and briefly. Usually only when I have something big to tell them or something. There are awareness groups. There are people who are actively trying to destroy me. Because they don't like me. Because they think I did something to piss them off intentionally. I didn't. Because when people come in and start to verbally attack me, I proactively block them. Because I'm not going to tolerate that. And people think that because I talk about being homeless, that it gives them the right to tell me what to do, when to do, how many phone calls have you made today? What are you doing to better yourself? How are you going to get out of this situation? They just is how it feels to me. I don't like feeling like somebody's doing that. If I wanted that, I would have stayed living near, well, actually, my mom was the one who used to do that to me. And when she passed away, I thought that was over with. And these people who think that, well, just get a job. Well, what do I do with Heimdall? I'm homeless. What do I do with Heimdall? I'm not getting rid of Heimdall. Heimdall is my reason to keep moving forward. So, he's got it at the right angle and he's chowing down right from the ball. And the thing is what people see is the hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever it is that I'm online. They don't see the other, 23, 22 hours of the day. And yes, some of it is spent sleeping. Yes, I am disabled. And yes, right now I'm fighting the flu. So I'm sleeping even more because I'm trying to get better. But that's my life. I don't want to go into the shelters because I would have to give him up. Again, not going to happen. And they're telling people that I really, no, I don't like Tamiflu. And there's an ingredient in Tamiflu that doesn't agree with me, so I don't take it. I don't remember what it is though, so I'm not going to. If you roll it, you'll get more. There you go. Anyway, this is my answer to Tamiflu. Oil of oregano. It's basically a natural anti what is it? The ultimate fusion of nature's treasures with our extra strength oil of oregano soft gels with black seed oil from Nigella sativa. Potent blend offers a rich source of active thymoquinone, carvacol, and antioxidants. Anyway, while I'm sick, I take 4 a day. Normally you take 2. And it really helps. This came as a sample for free a year ago. And I take it when I'm feeling bad. And you'll continue taking it for like 2 weeks afterwards, and then you stop taking it so that it will be effective again when you need it. There were 300 soft gels in here. So I still have probably about 100 left. So, and this one I just renewed last month. And it's also 300 soft gels. And you take, I think this one you take 3 a day. Yeah, these are 3 a day. So this is good for 100 days or 3 months and 10 days, whatever. And this one is good for kidney and bladder health and for balancing women's hormones, or in my case, lack of. This is pumpkin seed oil. It's very good for women's health anyway. I do. I have. They're there. There. Anyway, sorry. Yes, and it helps stop hair loss. I think that's part of the women's hormones, that it helps stop hair loss. So, and then I take collagen for the skin and everything, and I need to replace my lutein though, because that is for the vision, and I can tell I need it because I can feel the difference. Lutein is extremely important for eye support. I don't do the live promote on products because we get sidetracked in a lot of conversation. And if I open up the showcase, I can only talk about the product. And I have to keep it on screen while I'm promoting it. And you can't turn it off once you've turned it on. You have to actually end the live and come back in. So I don't get the promotion payment that the people who do active promoting lives get. But I do get a lot of sales because people see what I'm doing, or my adorable little charger, or look, it's a Galaxy, and they all flip. This is so cute. And let's unplug because it is now charged again. And we'll plug this back in to charge up. The only thing about this one is it really is a single charge. You have to charge it back up once you've finished. We'll just go ahead and plug this back in over here for when I go to bed. And it's like the fan has the same thing. Has the Galaxy on the fan. But this one when you turn on the little snowflake down here, that's the second button. This starts to condense. I'll show you in a second here. You'll be able to see the condensation forming on it. The center plate chills, so it makes the air coming out of it colder. Yeah, it imitates AC. Now, I will say, outside, it doesn't make as much of a difference. Inside, it does. When you're fighting the heat, the humidity we have, 5 seconds after it gets away from the fan, it's blowing warm again. But no. It's look in micro ingredients and LUT. I think it's IEN or EIN, but lutein, and it has a lot of other ingredients in it besides the lutein. It's got astaxanthin and a few other things, and it's all for your vision. Yeah, PreserVision AREDS is similar, but I like the micro ingredients better. You need the pumpkin seed for perimenopause. Yeah. Thank you, Suzanne. Isn't the fan adorable? I love that fan. Hi, yes. What? We're coming back? You're happy that you got to play with the treat ball and you ate and you feel good now, huh? You could get one of your regular balls and bring it to me and I'll throw it for you. Yeah. Oh, you went and drank some water too. Look at your mustache. And the little front of your beard is all wet. Is he looking right in the I can't tell. I can't see you all at all because he's standing there right in front of everybody. There. We're not talking about Dolly Parton because we do not want Rose to start crying while she's still fighting with all of this. I will deal with my feelings about Dolly in a couple of days when I feel better. And I can cry without it making things worse. And we talked about it. Hi. Arr. Boop, 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 de doop. I love you too, little boy. All right, all right, all right. I know you're very grateful for the food in your ball. You really enjoyed it. Yes, I get it. Hmm. Seriously. Heimdall. All right, thank you. Enough. Yes, there's somebody outside. They just honked their horn as they, you know, locked the car. Mama KK, it is a busy time of night. Somebody is feeling very grateful for his food. Then Nana Marie, this might be a time for you to scroll out and follow somebody else's live for a little bit because this is a nightly routine for him. Thank you for popping in, though. I am so sorry. No, mommy moved. I was trying to get him in view more, but he's just. Arr. Okay. He loves. Yes, he does. He has lots of love. I keep turning it. It's like he's. Nana, I have to tell you, a lot of times I don't see what people are typing. Um, for one thing, he distracts me, and I have attention deficit. I do not look at the screen faithfully, and I miss things. And TikTok loves to just filter out comments randomly. So I mean, Anna Grace was trying to send me a message earlier tonight, and we got everything but the actual message. We got the "Did you see my message?" I typed it. It was earlier, and all of those we got, but not the actual message. None of us saw it. He would be cute in commercials if he could behave. Yeah, yeah, you. Uh huh. Anyhow, he's a good boy. His daddy was a party poodle, and I'm starting to see that in him a little bit because he's getting little patches of darker brown again. And they're not going away. He was chocolate brown when he was born, dark chocolate brown. And he faded into this lighter color, and now he's going back to the dark chocolate in patches. So I think he's getting a little bit of the party poodle coming through. Daddy was white with black markings. He looked like a poodle version of Uno. Yeah, it gives him a little definition and character. But it looked really funny for a while when it was two big, huge brown spots on either side back here. He looked like a baboon butt. Come on. Okay, enough. Go chase your ball around for a bit. Ah, not the top of the foot. Not the top of the foot. He has got kinky curly hair. He literally has the epitome of the 80s perm hair. It's the first dog I've ever had that really matches me because I had the bad 80s perm. Oh, that's cute. I like that, Tina. Yep, the perm. The one with the really skinny rods that you did yourself and you really regret it afterwards. And then you get your hair cut short in hopes of it, growing out. I had it a few times. And there was that fateful day that they were the bigger perming rods. They were not the little skinny ones. But I had a blue mud mask on my face, the perming rods in my hair, and I was just sinking into a bubble bath when the phone rang. And I thought I was home alone because the boyfriend and his friend were camping in Ocala. They weren't here. Oh, of course not. I go to answer the phone and I hear from the couch, "What the hell is that?" I screamed. I spun around. I ran back for the bathroom because I was butt-ass naked except for some bubbles, blue mud mask, and perming rods. Yep. Turns out there was a really bad storm. They didn't make it as far as Ocala. They turned around and came back. And we're sitting on the couch going through albums trying to decide what to listen to. They were going to change what I was listening to, and I just didn't know it. I hadn't heard them over my Moody Blues playing. Yeah. They chose to go to Wayne's friend's house after the creature from the Blue Lagoon scared the hell out of them, i.e. me with the mud mask. So, yeah, it was Nights in White Satin album, Days of Future Past. Probably because I have over 200 people in here I've been on, I think, the full hour and a half, 2 hours and 7 minutes. And I know there's probably at least one person streaming me right now. So, yeah, I'm trending. Do I want to be trending that way? No. Am I? Probably. Well, come on. Goofball. and I think he wants to OUT. No, it's not good. It is and it isn't. It's good that I have a lot of people in here. It earns more money for my live. Um, and that's a good thing because this is how I'm getting an income, uh, going live and just talking. And it's not much. Like this week, I only got $49, but I'm not complaining. 49 is better than nothing. Um, it got my groceries through DoorDash yesterday because I was too sick to leave the bathroom and I needed Gatorade, among other things. But you had to order $35 minimum to get free shipping or free delivery, whatever. So I did. No, I don't manipulate to get the monies. By being live, you get a residual. It's not a lot. It's like $1 or $2 per live. But you do earn money through TikTok, not from people sending you gifts. That's a separate money that you get. But it's all paid under one thing on Mondays. Um, Gifts, you get 40%, I think it is, of whatever they pay in coin for those gifts. So whatever the coin price is of the gift, we get like 40. When I go up in followers, the amount that I get will go up. So when I hit 100,000 followers, I think I get 50%. Um, and then when you hit a million or 500,000, I can't remember which, you get 60%. That's as high as you go, of the gift price because TikTok has to get their money. Um, and I kind of understand that. I mean, they do uh, keep the gift galleries working and stuff. Do I get any assistance? I have Social Security. That is my assistance. I get $24 a month in food stamps. Woohoo! And I pay for storage for all of my stuff since I'm not in a home anymore, don't have a home. Um, I pay car insurance, which is $130 a month. I have a kind of a reoccurring loan thing that I pay every month, and it's usually $200 to $300. Um, and then I pay for a couple of days in the room myself at the beginning of every month, just so I can get a shower and let my feet unswell and stuff like that. Have I considered doing a storage cell? Not in the fucking summer, thank you very much. I cannot dig through that storage unit by myself, and I'm not asking anybody in this heat and humidity to spend a day pulling everything out and reorganizing. No, I'm not that cruel to anybody. It's a monthly thing, Bella. I don't get enough in a month to afford everything. So I end up getting it's through the credit line online called Dave. And I get a little bit and it extends what little I have and gets me to about the 18th or 20th of the month with money in my account. So it is extremely hot. And so, and my friend Ken, who moved everything into that storage unit, it was pitch dark and he and Danette did the work and I was physically I was done at that point. And I could barely get out of my car. So I basically was sitting there with the headlights pointing in so they could see what they were doing because there's no light. Um, There's no pole light or any kind of light inside my storage unit, and no power to plug one in. So, and thankfully it was January when we moved me because it was cool. It wasn't cold, but it was cool. The cold came like 3 days later with rain. It was a miserable winter. Um, and he let me stay in his sister's former Airbnb for a couple of months. And then, because he's got to do repairs on it, he thought he was going to sell it or rent it, and that didn't happen. He never got to repairing it. And now it's gone into auction because of back taxes. So, and if I had the money, I would buy that house in a heartbeat because it was such a lovely little home. But I don't have the money, so it isn't going to happen. And sadly, whoever buys it, because it's got a double lot, they're probably going to tear the house down, which is so sad. It's one of the old Spanish-style homes, and they're actually wonderfully insulated. So it's easier to heat in the winter. It's easier to cool in the summer because it's got those thick stucco walls. They're really thick. But anyhow, it was a really pretty house to be in. Had hardwood floors. The problem was he had squatters in there after Jeannie died, and the squatters damaged the plumbing. And so it needed to have the kitchen sink repaired. And the bathroom, the water pressure was gone. It worked, but it didn't. There was hot water in the shower. There was no hot water at the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink, but there was in the shower. So, and yeah, for getting into subsidized housing for seniors, it's a 3-year waiting list. This is Florida. This is St. Petersburg, which is known as Fossil City for a reason. A lot of retirees here. And sadly, after COVID, the prices of homes, apartments, everything skyrocketed. And our cost of living income did not. So, thank you. So, wow, thank you. And thank you. How many times can we make Rose say thank you? And Rose will be very grateful for every single one of them. Did you know what they will do with the Trop when the Rays come to Tampa? I don't think the Rays are going to Tampa. They are fixing up the Tropicana field. I hope to God they don't go to Tampa because, God damn it, they already have the Lightning and they have the Buccaneers, and they have the B-rated baseball team at Steinbrenner Field. Used to be the Braves. I don't know who it is who's playing there now, but they finalized the deal today. I haven't been paying attention, and I'm really pissed off at that idea. Fergs is going to lose business because the whole idea of Fergs is it gets the flow over from the Rays games and stuff, and anything going on at the Trop, you can come afterwards to Fergs and get a meal, have a beer, hang out. And Fergs has a little dog park area for dog owners, and so that's the other side of the state and south. I am as far from him as I could get without moving out of Florida or going further north in the state. We don't talk about the mango Mussolini. I love that. Rosie O'Donnell said that on Jimmy Kimmel, and I just, oh my God, I love that one. Cool. 4 more heart me's and my gallery is full. I like that. What about Jesus? What is my plan? Survive, Tony. My plan is to survive. When you reach a certain amount of heart me's, you go up a level in the system. You go from like a C to a B or whatever. It moves you up. Anyway, you get more income from your lives when you go up. So I have no idea. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, you know, what is your plan? That's like, it's survive. I'm on the list. What else can I do? At this point, I survive. I mean, come on. What the hell do you think people who are homeless do? They fight every single day just to keep putting one foot in front of the other while they wait for the stupid waiting list to come to fruition. Yeah, I've been on for over 2 hours, and I can see the trolls have decided to come in and infiltrate. Um, Burlington Towers is one of the ones I'm on a wait list for. Thank you very much. It's one of the ones. Yes. The trolls are trolling, and I am out of here. It's 1/3 of whatever your income is. So my income is whatever I get from Social Security and what I can show for TikTok, because I'm not driving Lyft anymore, and can't until I get another car. So, yeah, that was my last video before I went live. That was my dinner. I had breakfast for dinner, but it was a healthy breakfast for dinner. I had a sausage patty, um, hash brown potatoes, um, spinach, and eggs with a little bit of cheddar cheese. Yeah, I tend to do that. I make my breakfast for dinner and people look at it and go, "Oh, that's a good idea." Yes, I live alone. I'm divorced. I will never get married again. Unless it's a lavender marriage. That's where you marry a gay bestie. You get all the benefits of having a life partner without the drawbacks of having a life partner. Anyway, all right. I am. Yay! Thank you, Shaded Heart. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a good night. It is getting time for me to just call it quits. I think Heimdall wants to OUT. And Tammy, I have been on for 2 hours and 24 minutes. It's a little longer than normal. Uh, if I can't sleep, I may come on in the middle of the night like I do sometimes. But for now, I need to get off. No, it's not. I've been on for 2 hours. I have laryngitis trying to set in. If you can't tell, I need to give my throat a rest. My voice is going. I mean, I've been sick since Saturday. Flu. Flu. No, it's flu. It's in the throat. I got my teapot in here so that I can do that exact thing. And I'm going to have something hot to drink. Didn't get lemons, damn it. You need lemons when you've got the flu. The what? The what? The what? The corner for the bathtub? The what? The what? I don't know what you're talking about. Tina, tell me what it is so I can add it to my showcase so that you can find it. I'll give you the link once I've added it. I have no idea what you're talking about. Corner for the bathtub? My brain just went, huh? Cleaner. Yes, I'll do the video for that and post it. Couldn't think one corner for a bathtub. Let me show it to you real quick. Move, Heimdall. Move. Thank you. I love you, sweet boy. But I didn't want to step on you. Oh, and he may scream when I pick it up. Because, oh my God, it's a foreign agent. No, he didn't scream. I'm proud of him. I'm very proud of him. So, okay. It comes in sections. The handle comes in 4 sections. And I'm doing this just so you can see it's really long. And this, and you push this button to change the angle of it so that you're using this instead of this. You can use it as a broom for the floor too at this angle. And then this can be used, I believe, to like clean the bristles. So, anyway, lovely. Give me 1 second, Tina. I'll put it in the showcase since I'm about to go off anyway. And you can just do it right from here. Inde toi kata. There we go. Bye now. Um, and pinned. And there you go. It should pop up in a second. I pinned it. I pinned it. Why hasn't it popped up? It's up. Okay, it's not showing up on mine. That's weird. Normally it pops up on my screen too. Anyway, this is the cleaner for your shower bathtub. It worked really well for cleaning the shower floor in here, which I did last time I was staying here. So anyway, Heimdall finds it very suspicious. But this part, the squeegee part, is good for getting the glass doors on the shower. So, and you can shorten the handle for doing that so that you're not like awkwardly punching yourself with the pole. Just a tidbit pointer, whatever, pointer outer, whatever. Yeah, that's not going to work. We're going to set this in the bathroom. Anyhow, I hope that helped. Yeah, squeegeeing works better than a broom on the floors. I had a special broom that instead of it being a broom, it had like 3 of these like lined up, and you just squeegee the floor, and it was great. Um, Worked on the linoleum and everything else, and I loved it. And that was when I had King. I got it when I had King and all that dog fur. Currently, 1. I only have 1 at a time. Anyway. Viver, who, how, huh? Anyway. Okay, awesome, Tina. All right, everybody. I hope you have a super wonderful evening. Oh, it's a greenhouse you want to buy. Do I have it already in my? Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Let me look and see if. You know, when I type something, you stupid piece of garbage, I actually mean what I type. Don't change it to be or. Okay, let's change it to greenhouse.